Welcome back for minute 32. I'm Brian.
I'm Wolf.
And this is the podcast that takes the longest running superhero franchise to date and breaks it down one glorious minute at a time. This is X Minutes, and we're our 32nd minute into breaking down the first X-Men movie. And of course I knew that the pilot was Toad. I can't believe I forgot. But what happened in this minute, Wolf?
So, the senator, he says something like, if it were up to me, I'd lock them all away. Talking about the mutants. And he's like, it's a war. This is the reason people like me exist, as he looks out the window. And, hearing him say that, it kind of reminds me of like what's going on today. But I wonder like if there are, people in positions of power who think like that, only not with mutants, but with people, and that's pretty interesting. I really like how X-Men has always mirrored relations between, different types of people in the real world. But when he says that, let's see here.
Yeah, it's always effective in a campaign or even advertising to make an us versus them mentality.
Yeah.
Really helps. But I wish I could say that like people were just manipulating others, which a lot of times they are. But you just have to imagine that in order to incessantly do it, you have to convince yourself of it, to come off genuine and to just not get exhausted with your own bullshit.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, it's like, do people like this really believe these things, or are they just trying to sway the masses or gain followers and stuff like that? So that's pretty interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a YouTuber finding something that hits. Like Keemstar, is he? Like, I can't imagine that guy's interest was just shitting on people and just dealing with YouTube drama all the time, or someone like Alex Jones. But if something negative is the most successful you've ever been, the smart thing to do as a YouTuber and anything is to double down on the thing that was most successful to increase his success and continue it and give people what they want. But then if you hit the wrong thing, you may be blinded like a Jake Paul or Logan Paul might be, where it's just chasing continued success and not really thinking about the morality of it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny you say like Alex Jones, because like I see, this senator, if they were to do like a an X-Men nowadays, I think like this type of senator would be set up like an Alex Jones type character, kind of how
like J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
To be fair, the water did make the frogs gay. We've unequivocally proven that with science. And the frogs also made COVID in an underwater gay laboratory. I don't want to make complete shots and just completely dismiss Alex Jones. I said sarcastically, just in case anybody took that seriously.
It's like it would be, he'd be like, and this Jean Grey, this chimera of a human being, it would just be going off and out.
I really gotta get my video essay about my pitch for Spider-Man 3 out, but that is a different topic.
Like right here at 16 seconds, I really like how, because like this has been done in movies a lot. It's like, the person.
I started laughing seeing that ahead of time.
It's like they always like are rambling on, and then they like look around like out the window of a car or a helicopter or a plane, and they're like, where the hell are we? Like, where are we going? And then he realizes he's not in control. That's at 16 seconds. And at around 19 seconds is when she starts to transform. What were you saying?
I just gotta say, I really, really like that. First, her transformation's cool. The music supports it. It's a cool intro. But her first line is, "You're the reason I was afraid to go to school as a kid." Which is so smart, because Well, normally, like, I guess it would be easy to fall into a thing of not wanting your characters to seem weak or afraid, or make your threat seem weaker by showing that they have fear or are capable of it. But in this case, it really just immediately humanizes her, gives us a perspective on her background without anything else, while she's being badass. You know, I just like that dichotomy and how we can check all these boxes and more than we normally get all at once.
Yeah. And also, when she starts to kick the crap out of him, she's got some powerful legs, man. She's like 100% in control, grips his face.
She's holding up her weight with her arms.
Yeah, man. Mystique she's always been a badass. Yeah, she knocks him completely out at around 42 seconds.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
You should. I'm laughing at his facial expression at 33 seconds. It's just so great. With her foot on his face. With her feet around his face.
You know, like, just this still, that could be a caress. You know, if you didn't know better, that could be a gentle foot caress.
Oh, stop shouting out the porn parody of this movie.
There is? Oh, well, there's got to be. There's probably a porn parody of every
You're the reason I was afraid to go to school as a child, so now I'm going to fuck you into unconsciousness.
That's funny. So
hey,
I know
my only justification is that you mentioned DTF with Rogue.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There's no holds barred as far as I'm concerned. But you were saying something?
Oh, no, I was just saying, let's see. Yeah, you said, so I think, so like her line was kind of like directly played off of his line. He says, what does he say? He says,
he'd kill them all. This is a war.
Well, he says, people like me. Let's see.
It's the reason people like me exist.
Yeah, it's the reason people like me exist. And then she says, it's people like you that made me afraid to go to school as a child. I think that was really cool writing. Let's see, what was I saying? Like, from the writer's perspective, he kind of continued that. I don't know if that makes sense. They kind of play off each other.
Yeah, it was an alley-oop. She got to dunk on him.
Yeah, she dunked in his face, yeah.
Just like he dunked on Jean Grey earlier.
And at around 52 seconds on, it's like she hops in the cockpit. She puts like the headset thing on. And like at 55, I don't know why it upsets me so much, but just Toad's face at 55 seconds. I
was just going to say, I don't mean to be mean if these aren't prosthetics, if these are his real teeth. But his front teeth are so teeny tiny.
Yeah, that reminds me of Vincent D'Onofrio. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, but in The Cell, one of his manifestations has like the same kind of thing. Just like these tiny, I think it's just to be unsettling in the film, but yeah.
Is it a movie called The Cell?
Yeah, it's the movie.
Right.
Jennifer Lopez, Vince Vaughn, Vincent D'Onofrio. It's a very, very good film if you haven't seen it. Underrated, but
put it on the list.
But yeah, that his face is annoying the shit out of me. But you know,
the gray gums?
It's everything. I just think it's like he's just so smug. You know, he's like, yeah, we got him.
Give me Darth Maul makeup or give me death.
Yes, exactly.
Man, I wonder what this guy's life was like for those couple years.
It was probably
I've
awesome.
Just been in a Star Wars film. I wonder if he was ever like, what the fuck am I doing in this film? I was just in a Star Wars movie. Why am I filming this?
Isn't he like a really good martial artist in real life too?
I believe so. That's a big thing that helped him when he was Darth Maul. Mm-hmm. But I mean, this must have felt like a much smaller role considering.
Yeah, probably. But it had some heavy hitters. Oh, well, actually, I mean, this was the first X-Men, so maybe there was really nothing to, like, you know, draw from. So maybe it just seemed like a one-and-done kind of thing to them, probably. Probably a pretty good paycheck, though.
I would hope so.
Yeah, so that's all I got. At around 58 seconds, they're off to wherever. So.
Yeah, where are they flying? Like, what body of water is this?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The Atlantic?
Is it the ocean? Yeah. All right, well, we'll see in the next minute If you're listening to this, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or just even a rating if you like. It'll help. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Check out the other podcasts just so we can get some nice synergy between them. And that was minute 32.
I am Wolf.
I am Brian.
And we are the best at what we do.
But what we're doing is not very fast. Oh, and also go to the Instagram.